Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome to a new series called Time, where we take a look at all the fights of any influence boxer. In today's episode, we take a look at Anesongib, who in a few weeks will go to war with Slim. Now, let's take a look at his fights. Anesongib holds a record of 6 wins and 1 loss, with 3 of those wins coming from a knockout. Anesongib has been boxing since the first ever YouTube boxing event, so he's a true OG in this scene. His first ever fight was against Max Plays on the KSI vs Joe Weller undercard. It was a complete domination by Gib, as Max Plays did not seem like he wanted to be there. Anesongib ended up winning by TKO in the round 2, and it was a great performance that showed that Anesongib was going to be a star in this scene. Anesongib's next fight came on the undercard of KSI vs Logan Paul 1. This time he faced Jay Swingler for his second fight. This fight was one of the best fights from this undercard, as both men came out swinging like it was their last ever fight. At the end, Anesongib was able to squeeze out the victory by decision. After this fight, he would challenge Joe Weller to a match, but nothing ever came from it. This fight was and still is the biggest fight of his career, as Anesongib spent months calling out Jake Paul to fight him. Eventually, Jake Paul agreed and both men met each other on Thursday night in Miami. This is where Anesongib would suffer his first ever loss of his career, as Jake Paul completely destroyed Anesongib in the first round, and due to the 3 knockdown rule, the fight was called off. And this victory also started the rise of Jake Paul in boxing. Anesongib would take a break from boxing due to the pandemic. Eventually, he would make his return on the YouTube vs TikTok card from Social Gloves. He would face Taylor Holder, who everyone was scared of fighting at the time. Many people predicted Anesongib to lose this fight, but that turned out very wrong, because as soon as the first bell rang, Anesongib dominated Taylor for 5 straight rounds. Anesongib looked great out there and showed he was ready to come back and dominate the YouTube boxing scene again. The judges for some reason were on crack and announced the fight as a draw, but eventually it was overturned and Anesongib was given the win. Anesongib would then take a 1-year break and would return to fight Austin Mcbroom in the main event of Social Gloves 2. The build for this fight was completely amazing. On fight night, Austin dropped Gib in the first round, shocking everyone including me, but eventually Gib mounted a comeback, knocking down Austin so many times until the fight was stopped in the 4th round. Gib once again then took another break, but this time he returned to the Kingpin tournament in April of 2023. This tournament was stacked. It featured King Kenny, Austin Mcbroom, Whindersson Nunes, and many more fighters. Gib took on Austin in a rematch in round 1. Gib dominated his fight until the fight had to be stopped due to an injury of Austin. Gib would then take on Jarvis in the 2nd round. And this was a very close fight and it was a very entertaining fight, but at the end Gib came out with the decision victory. He was supposed to face King Kenny, but Kingpin finals got cancelled because Kingpin went broke. Gib's next fight will be a super fight against Slim. Will Gib continue his winning streak, or will he suffer another loss to the Hitman Slim? Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time.